Rita! Where are you?
Help me, Mike. Help me, Mike. Help me.
Night after night, I'm searching for Rita in the dark world, but something unspeakable starts chasing me. I never make it back through the portal in time. It's been more than a year since I foiled the ancients' plans to grow an alien embryo in my brain, and still the dark world haunts me. Rita's murder is just the latest reminder that no place is safe from the darkness. Not even my hometown. Come in. The door's open.
Your mother let me in, Dawson. I had some more questions to ask you about the murder.
Didn't we go all over this before?
Yes, but that was last week and you left out a lot. The witnesses said you and Rita left the banquet together. What happened when you two were alone?
Look, I don't remember being alone with Rita that night. I don't remember anything. I must have gotten drunk.
Is that so? The people said they heard you two arguing outside the school building.
Look, Sheriff, I'm going to be late for my doctor appointment.
I know all about your sessions with Dr. Sims, but the mayor wants you to make time to meet with the feds later.
I wish I had something to tell you, Sheriff. I really do.
Well, if you remember anything, see me down at the station. But your memory had better return by today, or things won't look good for you.
I used to love movies about swashbucklers. They made me feel like I could be a hero. It's too valuable. I better leave it here. The reception stinks in here. All I'd get is snow. Nothing here. I'm not tired. This stereo stopped working when I was a senior. I never bothered to get it fixed. This stereo stopped working when I was a senior. I never bothered to get it fixed. This closet has been locked ever since I can remember. The key was lost a long time ago. This closet has been locked ever since I can remember. The key was lost a long time ago. This closet has been locked ever since I can remember. The key was lost a long time ago. Nothing here fits me anymore. High school. Those were happier days. I've always kept my clothes in this chest instead of the closet. probably the last person on the block to have a black and white set. It smells good in here. Mom must be cooking something special. This picture has been on the refrigerator for years. I'm not about to take it down now. I'm not hungry now. Maybe I'll catch a bite in town later. Mom has a rule against using the sink to wash your hands. Morning, Mom.
So it takes the sheriff to wake you up, Mike?
I don't feel like talking about the sheriff, Mom.
Fine. You never feel like talking.
I think I'll eat over at Hank's for breakfast.
You should know better than to eat the greasy food at that diner. I thought you were going to start eating healthier. You're not in high school anymore, you know.
You know, you woke me up with all those pots banging.
Sorry, Mike, but it's time that you got up. The sun has been shining for hours.
Gosh, Mom, you treat me like I'm in high school again.
Well, then start acting your age. You came home to recover from your nervous breakdown, which is fine, but you've been here for a year now. When are you going back to your job?
But I have an extended sick leave for as long as I need it.
Well, I think you've recovered from whatever it was. I don't know what happened to you in that old house in California, but surely it couldn't have been that bad.
Go easy on me. What I went through last year was far worse than anything you could imagine.
I've lost a husband and a sister to cancer. Your father left me no insurance money, and I have arthritis. You don't see me checking into a mental hospital with a nervous breakdown.
It wasn't a nervous breakdown. It was... You wouldn't understand.
I understand that you're always moping around and acting like a bum. Come on, Mike. Why don't you finish up that novel you were writing?
You're ashamed of me, aren't you?
No, son, I'm not ashamed of you. I just wish I knew what was bothering you. You were always full of energy and life. Since that nervous breakdown, all you do is stare at the walls.
I'm having a hard time getting motivated.
You know, Mike, you're late for your doctor appointment. You're never going to snap out of your depression unless you see the doctor. And after that, I'd like you to do some errands for me.
But I've got things to do today, Mom.
Like what? You don't do a damn thing around here anymore.
I'm starting to get a headache.
Well, that's what your medicine is for. You know where to find it.
By the way, Mom, thanks for taking care of me this past year.
I love you, Mike. I just want you to get well again.
Mom looks pretty good considering all she's been through. Mom always kept the sink spotless. Here's a list of things Mom wants me to pick up at the store. kid, my family used to gather here to watch television.
On giving hot lunches to the school children. In other parts of the country, law enforcement officials are still bewildered about the murder of local librarian Rita Scanlon last week after the high school reunion. When asked about potential suspects, Sheriff Willard Butler replied,
Michael, you and your kind are in grave danger once again. The ancients have returned. I am sending something to assist you. You must act quickly.
Warned that this is the second local death this year and residents should always be alert. On the national news scene,
Coming at the front door. I'm not tired. We bought this color TV in the early 70s. The picture tube isn't the greatest. It's coming at the front door. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. It's a ticket for a traveling carnival over in the park. Hey, that's Jack. He likes to think he's tough with that motorcycle and all, but he's about the only new friend I've made since I returned home.
Well, are you just gonna stand there gaping at me, Mikey boy, or are you gonna take a load off your feet?
What brings you here, Jack?
My motorcycle, dumbcoff! You need to have your ears checked. Actually, I stopped by because I saw the sheriff's patrol car drive off. I was worried about my favorite recovering mental case.
Don't joke about my nervous breakdown, Jack. I thought you were my friend.
Relax, Michael boy, relax. Geez, you must be under a lot of stress. They say your sense of humor is the first thing to go.
The sheriff thinks I murdered Rita.
Yeah, I know. I overheard Deputy Brown talking in the diner. You're the #1 suspect.
You overheard the deputy? That's great. Everyone must know by now.
It's a small town, people talk. But that could work to our advantage. I have a plan.
What should I do?
Not to worry, Mikey boy. I've been giving your situation some thought, and I think there are some things Sheriff Butler overlooked.
I'm too hungry to think right now, Jack. How about joining me at the diner?
I don't think I'm very welcome there. Not after that stunt I pulled with a jukebox. Let's meet here after you've done stuffing your face.
I've got an appointment with Dr. Sims soon. Let's get together afterwards.
You're seeing that, quack? Don't waste your time with that head shrinker. Listen to your old pal Jack instead. Okay, we'll meet here after you're done with Dr. Sigmund Fraud.
You know, Jack, I still can't remember what happened that night.
Nothing happened. You know that, and I know that.
It's hopeless. I feel like the biggest patsy since Oswald.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of this mess. Then we can party.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for believing me.
Now, don't get all mushy on me. I'll meet you right here after your doctor's appointment. Until then, hang loose.
The flowers are in full bloom. Even though I grew up in this town, I still find that a map helps me get to places quickly. The carnival has been set up here in the park for more than a week now. I wonder when it's going to finally open. The gate is locked up tight. It would be tough to break in and get a sneak preview of the carnival. I guess I'll have to wait until it opens. I see some carnival people working behind the gate. It looks like they're going to open up soon. Maybe I'll stop by after my appointment with Dr. Sims. Oh my God! This is where Rita was murdered! Rita, who could have done this to you? Rita and I used to have picnics here when we were in high school. They're empty. They must have emptied the trash earlier. I'm not tired. They're empty. They must have emptied the trash earlier. Hank's diner in the pool hall next door played a large part in my teenage years. I took Rita to the diner on our first date when we were both juniors in high school. Hank's diner isn't the swinging place it used to be, but Hank still does enough business to keep the place going. How's it going, Hank?
My back's been acting up, but otherwise not too bad. How are you, Mike?
I'm starving.
Like you haven't seen my menu 1,000 times. What are you hungry for? Ham and eggs, grits, pancakes?
Pancakes? Rita and I used to come here for pancakes after church.
You two were quite an item back when you were in high school. Shame about what happened to her. Real tragedy.
Who do you think murdered Rita?
Oh, I can't imagine it was anyone from around here. But he's one sick dude, whoever he is.
Sick? Murder isn't a disease. It's evil.
Relax, Mike. It's just a figure of speech. I don't think anyone's going to show the killer any compassion when they catch up with him.
Have you heard any more about the investigation?
Deputy Brown stopped by to get some coffee and donuts on his way to Rita's place. He was saying that the FBI might be called in. Doc Larson was telling us some pretty grisly stuff.
I heard about the FBI from the sheriff.
Say, Mike, weren't you with Rita the night she was killed?
Rita was my date to the high school reunion.
Well, what happened? She got killed in the park near the Ramirez mansion. Didn't you walk her home?
I can't remember about that night, Hank. It's these headaches.
Mike, you and I go way back. As a friend, I'm telling you that you better start remembering quick. Deputy Brown was saying that the sheriff doesn't want to waste any time on this case.
I'm seeing Dr. Sims in a short while. Maybe he can jog my memory.
Don't waste your money on head shrinkers, Mike. Whenever I forget something, I just retrace my steps.
What did Doc Larson have to say?
He wouldn't go into any details because he wants to keep certain things from the public. I haven't seen Doc Larson so excited since that other murder.
What other murder?
Old man Ramirez. He died in a fire a few weeks back and left his wife a very rich widow. Funny how Rita died so close to his house.
I don't see anything funny about Rita's death.
Sorry, Mike. I forgot that you two were friends. It's just that Rita and Ramirez were, friends. Some folks saw them walking in the park together and holding hands.
I don't believe it. Rita wouldn't fool around with a married man.
You're right. It's just gossip. Forget I ever said anything.
Rita was murdered in a public park. How could they keep any details secret?
Dr. Larson had her body moved to the morgue before dawn. Deputy Brown said the sheriff wasn't too happy about that. Didn't give him much of a chance to examine the crime scene first.
I need some fresh air.
You don't look well, Mike. Why don't you go out for a walk? Nice day for it.
I think I'll just do that, Hank. See you later.
Take care, Mike.
One of these songs is worth spending a quarter on. I don't seem to be as interested in music as I once was. There's Jimmy Gardner and Melissa Fleming. Jimmy's the type of loser I'd expect to see in a place like this. But it's surprising to find the mayor's wife here. I was never much of a pool player. I just like the atmosphere of this place. With the smoke and low lights, it gave me a feeling of solitude that was hard to find somewhere else. The mayor campaigned on how he was going to rid our streets of the homeless, but I guess they just got driven into sheds like this. Another evil that's been hidden but still exists. It's hard to believe that someone could live in this dilapidated old shed. I shouldn't take someone else's supper. Besides, I don't have much of an appetite these days. There's nothing here I can use. There's nothing here I can... I've been finding reasons to avoid going to Dr. Sim's office during the past week. Rita used to live just around the corner. There's Paul Cooper. For a guy who runs a hardware store, he doesn't keep his house in very good shape. Nice lawn, though. Howdy, Paul. Can I talk to you?
Sure, Mike. I'm just watering my lawn here.
So how's the hardware store business?
Great. I've given myself a vacation for the first time in about 3 years. The store is closed right now. I'm just going to relax and water my lawn for the next week or two.
Does your lawn need that much water?
It's dry. It's always dry. Gotta get it ready. You know how it is. It's nice to have a pretty lawn. I'll have a big water bill, but I don't care. As long as it keeps pumping, I'll keep watering.
Say, Paul, how much longer are you going to water your lawn?
Well, the water bill's paid up until the end of the month, so I figure I can keep watering at least until then. Unless, of course, the end of the world comes or something.
This is getting too weird for me. Catch you later, Paul.
Bye-bye, Mike. Watch where you step now.
The sign says that the hardware store will be closed for the next 2 weeks. This is the neighborhood where my house is. Hank's Diner and the pool hall are on this street. This is the business district where Dr. Sim's office is. The carnival has set up here in the park. This is the Civic Center. Civic Center. We used to joke about the sheriff's office, courthouse, and morgue all being next door to each other. First they tie 'em, then they try 'em, then they fry 'em. I wonder why a morgue would have a waiting room. No one's there. I'd like to turn up the sound, but the controls are out of reach. I don't have time to sit and read magazines. Andy and Barney would be right at home here, but this ain't Mayberry, and unless I can get the sheriff off my back, there ain't going to be a happy sitcom ending.
If you want to see the inside of a cell so badly, Dawson, just give me an excuse to lock you up.
Hi, Sheriff. I just came in to get out of the heat.
Dawson, I was hoping that you'd show up.
Well, I think I'll be going now.
You know, Dawson, sooner or later you're gonna make a mistake, and then I'm gonna lock you up for the rest of your natural life.
It's locked. Gate is locked up tight.